noches en México, buenos días en Indonesia. Agradecemos mucho la presencia de Muhammad Darisman por compartir su conocimiento y su experiencia en el activismo que ha desarrollado en Indonesia durante los últimos años a favor de los derechos de los trabajadores y especialmente por la prohibición del asbesto. Este ciclo de conferencias surgen en el contexto del proyecto Abordaje transdisciplinario de la epidemia de mesotelioma maligno pleural por exposición al asbesto en la comunidad de San Pedro Barrientos. Cuenta con financiamiento del Consejo Nacional de Ciencia y Tecnología de México y reúne a un grupo multidisciplinario de expertos en salud laboral y salud comunitaria, salud pública, abogados, científicos sociales, entre otras especialidades. El objetivo de este proyecto es implementar un modelo de transición ecosanitaria a partir de un diagnóstico interseccional y participativo entre actores involucrados y poblaciones afectadas por asbesto en México, que articula estrategias de intervención por la salud ecológica y contra el envenenamiento industrial en 4 ejes. El primero es desarrollar modelos de sensibilización del daño generalizado por el asbesto en nuestro país. Segundo, crear modelos de comunicación de evidencias del crimen ambiental y experiencias globales de resistencia, como la que nos va a compartir el señor Darisman. 3, programas de concientización y capacitación para construir redes de actores en promoción de la salud ecológica y participativa. Y 4, una organización transdisciplinaria y empoderamiento de actores e instituciones para alcanzar la prohibición del asbesto y planear un ejemplo paradigmático de intervención en materia de cáncer por omisiones industriales, desde una perspectiva sistémica, participativa, crítica y propositiva de políticas públicas para el beneficio de las poblaciones que han estado expuestas en nuestro país al asbesto. Este último eje es muy importante porque pretende impulsar una ley integral de asbesto que, entre muchas cosas, procure atención médica adecuada a las víctimas, lo cual todavía no se hace en este país. México está muy atrasado en la atención médica a las víctimas de asbesto. También que haga difusión de los problemas de salud ocasionados por el asbesto entre los trabajadores y las trabajadoras y la población en general, por lo cual la presencia de Muhammad es muy importante, ya que su experiencia con trabajadores en Indonesia puede darnos algunas pistas sobre cómo contribuir a que estos sectores sean conscientes de los problemas que ocasiona el asbesto y cómo impulsar su movilización. Ahora presento al señor Muhammad Darisman. El título de su conferencia es La lucha por la prohibición del asbesto en Indonesia. Darisman es uno de los fundadores de la iniciativa local para la red León Indonesia, una organización de la sociedad civil centrada en el fortalecimiento de los movimientos de base para proteger los derechos de los trabajadores. En 2010, junto con activistas laborales, medioambientales y sanitarios, creó INABAN, una organización de red para la prohibición del asbesto en Indonesia. La iniciativa de establecer las organizaciones León Indonesia e INABAN se basó en su experiencia en la organización de víctimas de accidentes y enfermedades laborales que juntas deben alzar la voz y convertirse en protagonistas por la mejora de las condiciones de trabajo y del medio ambiente. En la actualidad, Darisman participa activamente en el desarrollo de capacidades y en campañas para proteger los derechos de los trabajadores en Indonesia. Le damos la bienvenida a nuestro invitado y le agradecemos nuevamente su generosidad y tiene la palabra. Adelante.
Okay, thank you so much, Renata and my friend from Mexico. So it's my honor can join and can sharing in this meeting. So I want to share my screen. Is it okay?
Yes, you can.
So I'm here, not only me, so I bring my friend from Indonesian Asbestos Network and also from Lion Indonesia. So I hope that our sharing maybe can, we can work together actually, because as I know that asbestos issue is not only a local issue, but it's already global campaigns, as I know. So this is my presentation. So it's about how to struggle toward an asbestos ban in Indonesia. So we have some issue here on the struggle to ban asbestos in Indonesia. The first is about how to strengthen the grassroots movement, and also how to influence the government policy to ban asbestos. So before go to there, I want to share the little bit information about the asbestos situation in Indonesia. So this is the data about the asbestos in Indonesia. Actually, Indonesia already used the asbestos around 1950s. So that's almost 70s years ago that Indonesia already used it, and until now has the 27 factory that produce asbestos product. Mostly of them is used for the asbestos roof, And based on the data of the government statistic bureau, that almost 9.89% household in Indonesia using the asbestos roof. So it's very massive actually in Indonesia. And this is where Indonesia now has a mining actually. So most of the raw material of asbestos come from another country like Russia here, Brazil, China, in the past also from Canada also. So every year Indonesia, this is the data about how many asbestos fiber consumption in Indonesia. That's above from 100,000 tons metric per year come to Indonesia. And then in 2019, that the highest consumption around 120 seconds metric ton actually. And this is the map of Indonesia that has archipelagos, and then Indonesia has 30 provinces, and then this is the we visit the map 10 province with the percentage of household using asbestos roofing material, and then mostly this is the highest in the capital city actually of Indonesia, in Jakarta, that's around 50%. So based on this data, we can see that mostly asbestos use in Indonesia mostly in the city. So, and based on the consumption and import from data import, so some of the experts from the global burden of disease estimate how many people in Indonesia. If so, I don't know how to calculate, but the formula is like this one. So the consumption of asbestos every year, it can make a disease or death some people like that. So they estimate, and then so around if Indonesia consumption around 100 metric ton per year, so how many people will die from mesothelioma, lung cancer, ovarium, or larynx cancer, or something like that. So, but this is the estimate, and then actually in Indonesia, based on the government data, they don't have the data about it actually. So And this is the challenging about the asbestos campaigns in Indonesia, because the government or the industry of asbestos still use the campaign safe use of asbestos. So based on the policy and then also on the practice. So you can use asbestos, and then as long as you can wear mask, or it's safety, just need prepare something like that. So, and then on the product, they have no warning. So no have the information about the asbestos. The asbestos can, it's asbestos, on the cement product or on the, top baby. They didn't use the information about how dangerous of asbestos. It's different with the cigarette. We're comparing with the cigarette, the smoke. If on the smoke, on the level, they have this is caused the cancer, and then on asbestos it didn't. So, what the impact? The public didn't know asbestos is make their danger on the health actually. So that's based on the information, and then so we have some initiative in 2010. Not only Lion, but also employment NGO, labor NGO, and then also the union, the medical expert. We have some, meeting in 2010 and agreed to, to commit campaigns on ban asbestos in Indonesia. So we already almost 12 years actually. And then what the first of our work is, of course, because the information about the asbestos dangers the public cannot access that, and they didn't provide by the government. So our campaigns or our activity focusing on how to strengthen the grassroots movement. So we cooperate with the union, so many unions involved on the garment sector, because the asbestos not only on the construction but also on the textile in Indonesia that used for the fire cloth, and produced for the roof or something like that. So we organizing that worker also. So we identify where's the asbestos factory, and then we organizing the worker. And then we cooperate with the union, how to make the capacity building with them. And so the focusing is how the worker or the public understand that asbestos is danger, because that's the big challenge, mostly for the worker, because the worker is, because our experience is that the worker have the challenge. Okay, when they know that asbestos dangerous, how I can work in that, because I still need the work, I need the money for my life. So that's the fighting, the big challenge in when we organizing the worker there. And but in not only the union we organize, but also I think that the essential of this campaign is how we organize the victim actually. So because someone who tell that asbestos danger, if I tell that asbestos danger, I'm fine, the asbestos didn't yet impact to me. But if the victim who have the experience that and then they are already diagnosis about the asbestosis, and then they tell that asbestos is danger, it's impact to my life. It's different, the sense of public is different. So we use that form to campaign on asbestos actually. And yeah, this is our report actually. We do many training, and then also involve many organizations, the union, the community, and then also not only almost in the Java Island province actually. So, and not only training, but also we use the momentum of International Worker Memorial Day on April. So we use that day to campaign, go public, So because asbestos impact not only to the worker, but also to the family of worker, but also to the consumer, but also to the public. So we try to bring this issue not only in the factory issue, but also to the public issue. So that's the transition of our campaign. It also not only happen directly. It's also based on the our experience. If we only organizing the worker, yeah, it's only exclusive for the worker. So how we can bring it this issue not only from the factory, but also how to push the public from and the public can aware about it. And now we are concerned on the consumer issue actually. And that's on the strengthen the grassroots. And we also our activity also on the public policy. So when we try to advocate on the public policy, we use we map. We have a mapping on the area or on the province or city level, province or on the national. So of course, we want to take the win, on the on the public policy. So we make a pilot project on the city, actually, on the small area in Bandung City. So we try to, approach the parliament halls in the city level. So and then bring them to the victim, communicating with the expert, and then so at the end, actually. In 2017, Bandung City published the regulation that they are ban asbestos in the Bandung. So no have policy about the. Asbestos is prohibited in there. The challenge is how about the building that already still use asbestos. Even asbestos already banned. So the problem is how with the old building. It is also the challenging. And we're still learning, about it. And then of course we also asking another expert to discuss about it. So on highlight in this one, I want to tell that even we already banned the asbestos, the challenge or the issue still rising. So, and then the second, we try to push the other area is okay, that's the city, and then the other sector, not only the worker issue but also on the disaster issue. Because in Indonesia is that firing of volcano, earthquake, and so many natural disaster here. And then, so we try to approach another with stakeholder on the natural disaster, how on that policy can also prohibit asbestos material there. Because in disaster, asbestos, the concept like this, asbestos is fine actually if they didn't broken. But if broken, it make the explode to another, So in Indonesia, because has many earthquake and then so many, friction, on the building. So it make the fiber can expose to everywhere. So because that in the natural disaster area, asbestos can export more dangers than in the other area. So we trying and then to approach the stakeholder on the disaster management system, and then so in the national level, and they also already aware, and now they're already applied that asbestos cement material cannot involve or prohibit on the aspect on the natural disaster location actually. So that's our achievement on the public policy. And the last is the more crucial or essential for us is, you know, we always thought asbestos is danger. Asbestos is danger. And then the other tell, if danger, where is the victim? So that's our challenge, how to prove that asbestos is danger. Because the pro-lobby, asbestos pro-lobby always campaign asbestos safe and not have a victim there. And the other side, asbestos, we are tell that asbestos is danger. And where is the victim? So we don't know. And then, so we looking hard, you know, to find the victim here. And then finally, I mean, in 2008, in 2016, we found the victim, you know. So we organizing the worker in textile asbestos factory in 2010 actually, and then we got the asbestos victim in 2015, and they are get the compensation and recognized by the state in 2017. So it's long period how to finding the victim, and then when we got the victim already diagnosis, how the government recognize the victim as the asbestos related disease. That also our challenging in this one. So of course, on the, like I said, that asbestos policy, the government, I think, will not agree to that asbestos is danger. They just, okay, it depends on us, you know, how we can push and how we can mobilize the stakeholder to push the government. So, and we have many meetings with the government, like roundtable meeting with the all stakeholders on the government, and also we ask the other experts, you know, to what is it? Yeah, to push the government actually. And yeah, on our we not only on the national level activities, because like I said that asbestos is not only a national issue or local issue, but also global campaign. So we involve on the international event like what is it the name, asbestos in the Rotterdam Convention. So we participate in there. We bring our the victim, the worker to there and tell to the media in there that asbestos is danger, and then they are the evidence, you know. We bring the victim as the evidence that asbestos is a danger there. And of course, like I said, this is the milestone of us when we what is it advocate the asbestos. So we do many seminar, we do many workshop, and then also some meeting with the you know, with the government here. And like I said that, yeah, our work, it's our pilot in 2018. So Bandung City Regional published the regulation about the building that asbestos, in that regulation that asbestos is danger and prohibit. And then we on this campaigns, we cooperate with the APEDA, Australian Aid Abroad, some of the NGO organization. And then because, you know, I think if we only alone, it's hard, you know. We need some organizing many stakeholders, not only the national or local, but also in the international, to push the regulation in Indonesia. And then, so this is some milestone also in the post natural disaster. So many of the area that has natural disaster, they are published some regulation that asbestos is danger there and prohibit actually. And yeah, like I thought that in 2018 that this is first time and the historical moment for us when the government recognize the victim, and then so we can solve this is the worker, and then export by they get some disease from the asbestos. So asbestos, they are the proof that asbestos is dangerous. So we use this campaign, actually, and then and yeah, of course, it helpful for us when the victim tell about their story, actually. So that I want to highlight that the story of the victim is powerful on the campaign. And yeah, like this is our milestone also. Like I felt like that this is on the timeline. And another issue is on our movement is, like I told, that to ban asbestos, we have strategy how to strengthen the grassroots, how to advocating the policy. But another important thing is about the knowledge management and resource center. So because many like I told before, that if the public want to know about the asbestos, where they have to go, because in the internet in Indonesia, many information, I think that wrong information about the asbestos. So we have to make another access for the public to get the right information on the asbestos. So that's not only on the website, but also we create some research about the national asbestos profile, and then about the guideline, how to remove asbestos, and etc. So we will provide some information there. And then, of course, we also approach some media in there. We have some talk show in the past. We have a talk show with the radio, TV, something like that. So it's that we use our network to campaign this one. This is our product. I mean, our the name? Poster. So player. So we make some massive information media about it. And we do also, the name? On the knowledge management, we do some, how to identify this is containing material of asbestos or not, So we also, make some asbestos sampling and testing, and then publish on the public, actually. Yeah, that's our activity and then our milestone. Of course, that's not perfect 100% of us. And then because the challenge, we still fight with the challenge, and lack of information about the asbestos danger. The industry asbestos lobby, they have a money a lot and have a resource. We fight with them. They have a media, so we still use that fight, and then we use our website and spread the information. And we planning, actually, in this year, we try to bring the asbestos issue to the court, because in our law, like on the consumer issue, that the consumer have the right to get the information about the ingredient, So, and we found that on the asbestos product, it's not has the information. So we want to make some sue to the court about this one. So I don't know. We don't know it will win or not, but our purpose is how to get the interest, how we get the public interest on asbestos. Of course, when the public get the interest, the public will try to find what is asbestos, why this. So we want to try, make that strategy like that. So, of course, that's our challenge. And then about the I heard about the facilities diagnosis. It's still, in Indonesia also, not so many hospital has facility to diagnosis of asbestos-related disease, including Indonesia, only in the capital city in Jakarta. But in another province where the industry there, the facilities of hospital or health clinic is poor, you know. So it's also still challenging with our campaign here, because when we identify the victim, the worker who work on the asbestos factory, or the people who live in surrounding that area, the asbestos community, who live on the surrounding factory, and then they have the lung problem, and then when they go to the doctor, the diagnosis always TB or yeah, only TB, and then so it's not related with the asbestos and etc. So it's wrong diagnosis, I think, and then but how to prove this one? It's another challenge, you know, because the facilities, the diagnosis, and then the doctor also. Not so many doctors know about the asbestos-related disease. So lucky for us, when we campaigned in Jakarta, so we found some doctor about it. And that's only in Jakarta. The problem is only in Jakarta. In the other areas is not. So that's now we try to set up another strategy, how to find the victim, and then how to spread the expertise, you know, the medical expertise, not only on the capital city, but how to share in the other province, you know. Yeah, that's maybe from me. Maybe I bring my friend here. Maybe I hope my friend can share something also.
Yes, of course. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Hello. I'm Surya Ferdian. Now I'm appointed by Darisman to be the executive director for Leon, our local initiative for OSH network in Indonesia. So while we heard the explanation from Darisman, I'm only want to stress about what activity we did or we done is for the subject. The main goals of all those activities are to raise the awareness of people in Indonesia regarding asbestos dangers. So what Darisman says about the organizing the workers, we did, but until now also we organized the workers. We did the workers not only to organize itself, but we make this organizing activity as our campaign, as our message, that this asbestos-related disease can approach you, can touch you as you are workers. And also what Darisman said, in the disaster area. In the disaster area, we also made activity, especially when we are making the guidelines with the formal institution in Lombok and Palu, North Sulawesi. We did it for raising awareness in the humanitarian activities. And also when we are doing audiences with the government institution, we also raising awareness for the government institution. When we are having the audiences with the government institution, we know that we learn also from them that not so many people who are now make our policy here in Indonesia know about the dangerous asbestos. And the mindset is, like Darisman says, that the business is the number one reference for the government. So, and also when we are making the when we are make activity regarding how to make how to intervene the public policy, like in Bandung, we also make those activities is to raise the awareness for the people. We're making also awareness activity with the journalists. We discuss with journalists how they can report the victims, how they can report the industries, and etc. So what we are doing now in Indonesia, we stress that our most activity is to raise the awareness, and we hope in maybe in 5 or 10 years, this awareness become the power for the uh, common action, So from the awareness, we have the victims here from the workers from the industries. We hope also have the victims from the consumer goods area. So when we have so many empirical evidence, we can make this story become powerful, and then from this story, so government can also think twice to accept the asbestos from other countries, because as Darisman said, we have no mining in the asbestos. We import from other countries. We import from Russia. We import from Brazil before, and many countries. And why our government cannot stop right now? The preferences is because we have also other business with those countries. So this when we make this awareness from the people, from the public is raising, when the awareness is raised, so the people who are asking, we see that the people will ask the government to change their policy. Minimum, our import is not 0% duty import for asbestos. Right now, the raw materials come to Indonesia with 0% import duty. This is worse. So we make our steps, maybe little steps, but this is a giant step for to raising the awareness. Maybe that's my stressing point from the Darisman's point of view. Thank you, Renata.
Thank you so much, my friend. It was very interesting what you said. Is there someone else that is going to speak from Indonesia or not? No? No, no one. Thank you so much. Bueno, pues agradecer. Ah, sí. ¿Dice? ¿No? Ok. Agradecemos mucho a Muhammad y a Surya por esta experiencia que nos han compartido. Es muy interesante porque compartimos algunos problemas con México. México sí tiene minas de asbesto, pero eran minas muy pequeñas, entonces no se explotaron, solamente se explotó una durante poco tiempo, y en realidad el asbesto que hemos consumido ha sido importado, también de Rusia, también de Brasil. Ese es un primer problema que compartimos los dos países. Otro problema es que tampoco tenemos un registro de víctimas de asbesto. No sabemos con exactitud cuántas hay. Sí sabemos cuántos, algunas personas que han sufrido o han fallecido, han muerto por mesotelioma, pero no estamos seguros que sean todas las que fueron o las que son, ¿verdad? Entonces tenemos también un sistema de datos bastante deficiente todavía y claro, no se cuentan las muertes por cáncer de pulmón, cáncer de ovario, cáncer de laringe y todas los otros tipos de cáncer que se están relacionando cada vez más directamente con el consumo de asbesto. Y también un problema grande, creo que compartimos, es la atención médica para las víctimas. En México tenemos muy poco personal en salud laboral, pero no están especializados en enfermedades relacionadas con el asbesto. Así que el diagnóstico, el camino hacia el diagnóstico es muy largo, es muy tortuoso y muchas veces no se diagnostica. Y por lo tanto esa persona no recibe la atención médica adecuada. Y bueno, de todas formas es muy triste que las personas que tienen mesotelioma finalmente mueren porque es una enfermedad incurable, es una enfermedad muy, muy, pues, vaya, no tiene otra opción, no tiene otro fin. Entonces esa es muy triste porque son personas que no recibieron atención, pero tampoco subieron que lo tuvieron, ni mucho menos su familia. Entonces su familia, que también pudo haber estado expuesta, tampoco lo sabe. Y ellos podrían prevenirlo, podrían tomar medidas para atenderse, recibir atención médica, pero no sucede. Entonces, sí, nosotros creo que en México compartimos algunos de los problemas que ustedes nos han comentado. Eso es muy interesante porque ha sido un trabajo activo del lobby del asbesto en el mundo, que los daños y los problemas y los peligros se oculten, que nadie hable de eso, que nadie sepa. Y así, en México, por ejemplo, hemos dejado de importar asbesto crudo. Y nadie ha dicho nada. El negocio del asbesto se está retirando de México silenciosamente, pero los enfermos están ahí y todo el asbesto instalado sigue ahí. Y mucha gente está cambiando hoy día sus techos o sus tinacos de asbesto por otros de polipropileno, de plástico, de otros materiales que no contienen asbesto, pero los están retirando de una manera que está exponiendo a otras personas o a ellos mismos. Entonces, el problema es muy grande, porque como bien lo dijo Darisman, no se termina con la prohibición del asbesto y no se termina el problema dejando de importar asbesto. México ya dejó de importar asbesto crudo en 2019, pero el problema aquí está. Y los muertos van a seguir aumentando y los enfermos. Entonces, creo que compartimos muchos retos y ha sido muy importante lo que nos han compartido porque precisamente en México no tenemos un movimiento social desde el trabajo obrero, desde las organizaciones obreras o sindicatos. Entonces, por eso es muy importante lo que ustedes nos han compartido. Y sobre ese tema yo tengo una pregunta. Quisiera saber qué tan fuerte es el movimiento obrero en Indonesia, para empezar. Porque hay países donde el movimiento obrero ha sido muy atacado y esto los ha debilitado. De hecho, hay países que intentan terminar con los movimientos obreros porque son fuertes. Pero también hay países donde los movimientos obreros se han visto fortalecidos con ciertos gobiernos, sobre todo de izquierdas, ¿no? Entonces, quisiera saber un poco más el contexto político del movimiento obrero en Indonesia, si ha tenido respaldo de algunos sectores del gobierno o sectores políticos y cómo ha influido ese soporte o no en la lucha contra el asbesto. ¿Ha sido determinante o no?
Yeah, thank you, Renata. So, yeah, about the labor movement in Indonesia, I mean, so we can see about the if you want to know about the labor movement in another area, you can see about the wages actually. If the wages high, so the labor movement is good. I mean that is my thing. So Indonesia, I mean, yeah, almost the population around 250 million population here, and then has around 150 million workforce in Indonesia, and around 100 million worker in Indonesia actually informal. But how many worker join with the union? That less 5% in total. So total now it's around 5 million worker join with the union. 5 million comparing with the population or workforce, it's still small, you know. And it's only concentration on the city, you know, on the city area. So in the other issue is like this one. In Indonesia, the wages is created based on the city, you know, not national level or province level, but on the city. So like on the capital in Indonesia, Jakarta, that have highest wages, and then this union strong there. That the wages around 300 around $300 per month. But in the other area, another city is in the central central Java, the wages is only $120, you know. So comparison is the gap is very high. So, and then now the issue is the industry relocate, you know, to the from the high wages to the lower wages. And then another question is why the wages is low, because no has a union there. So yeah, that's the capital, you know, that's the industry typical like that. They will always go to the cheaper wages area actually. And yeah, how strong, I think for the we had the when the COVID pandemic outbreak happened 2020, actually it's make the influence or the movement is slowing down, you know. And then at that moment the government or industry, they publish the new policy about the job creation, that new law for the Indonesian labor. And then many of the containing of the law is very, you know, under the pressure of the the worker rights actually. So now, I mean, on the COVID situation, because many of the worker industry have the dismiss, and so the union movement also decreasing for right now. But of course, many have some initiative right now in Indonesian union. They try to how to stand up and fight back about the situation, and yeah, they are keep the organizing. And then on our reflection is because the key of the the movement, we already forgot. We have to go back to organize on the field, go to the field, and then do some the intensive training for the worker. And then so that's for right now. And then some initiative also from the union, they united and make a new political party as the Labour Party now. So they are trying to organizing on that. So yeah, some of the for right now, right moment is fight back. And what is the question is, what the question related with asbestos ban movement? Yeah, the union facing many issues, the dismissal issue, wages, OSS, what else? Yeah, many. They are hot, and then decreasing the membership. Yeah, and then suddenly come asbestos. We have to ban asbestos. And then the union said, I don't have time for that. We have the urgent. So sometimes, I mean, and in our experience, of course, in the national level, they agree asbestos have to ban, but they have where is it there? Not have the resource to mobilize, to organize. So at the end, we have to, I talk to my friend. We bring this case to the union, and then we tell to the union, okay, the union can support us. It's good, but if just statement also just good. Okay, so we accept all things support from another, but at the end we have to fight. We have to organize by ourselves. So this is I thought my friend here is the frontliner. They are go to the factory. They are go to the city, to the rural area where the asbestos factory there, and then organizing the worker, and then they educate the community there, and then so the question in the past is how we can get the victim, how we can find the victim. Yeah, we are go to there, live in there, and then organizing, educate in there, and then at the end we do some mini research in the worker who have some lung problem. We can identify, and then when we didn't know where's the doctor. And then okay, so we have to contact the university, contact with the hospital whose doctor can help, and then because at the time we didn't know also, so I mean I believe we are believe actually that if we do something, of course we will have a challenge, and if we have challenge, it's good for us. So that will be open our opportunity, to another level. so I want to tell to my friend in Mexico. In the past, we don't know how to get find the victim. We don't know. So we just know how to organize we know the asbestos factory, where is it? So we go to there, communicate with the community, organizing the worker, and then it's not only 1 or 2 months, it's almost 3 years we go there. We're organizing, because mostly of the asbestos factory now has a union there. So we have to organizing that, form a union, So that's our work. And then at the end we find the victim, not victim, the symptom, and then how bring them to the doctor, to the right doctor. So yeah, lucky for us, we met with the doctor, and then we found a doctor, and then already diagnosis how the state or the government recognize, it also the challenge. And when the government already recognize how the worker get the compensation. So but I mean, what I want to tell is, we don't know for the first time, that we just know that we get the information that asbestos is danger, and that in the abroad country there's many victims. That's the first information that I got. And then we look back to Indonesia. This is many factory, many building use the asbestos, and then we don't have victim here. So our initiative, we go to the factory, organizing them. Okay, worker already organizing, find the victim. Okay, the victim already, go to the hospital, find the doctor. Okay, already diagnosis, find it. So that's the step. I mean, we don't know actually how long this campaign will be stopped, but we never stop. we glad we found the challenge, because the challenge is bring us to another level That's sorry.
Thank you very much. Tenemos una pregunta, otra pregunta del público. En Indonesia, ¿en qué proporción o de qué manera los medios de comunicación, la educación básica, digamos las escuelas y las universidades y la publicidad comercial influyen positivo o negativamente para generar u oponerse a la conciencia sobre los riesgos del asbesto? ¿Han logrado apoyo de estos sectores? Educación, mass media, ¿sí?
Yeah, I thought like this one. So it's, I mean, not only suddenly we'll get support, you know, it's by the process, of course. Like I said before that the asbestos pro lobby, they have money. The money can buy the media, and then the money can buy the government bodies and etc. So how we fight with them? Of course, what our idea? We bring the humanity value here. That's we have to package our message actually, and then when the first we got the information about the asbestos is danger, that the information is from the abroad, from the another expert actually, not from here. We don't know at the time in 2010, we don't know that asbestos is danger, and then. So, but of course, the first is we have some research, and then we found that asbestos danger, and then bring the abroad expert come to Indonesia, and then do some seminar, invite the media, and then the media, will publish some that. And then of course we have to organize also the media. So in the past we have like some workshop, journalist workshop for the asbestos, and then we involving the journalists to the asbestos issue, and then bring them to the area, and then to the victim also, how the impact asbestos impact to the community life like that. So we have several special report from media, not only from the local but also from international cover, journalist cover. Asbestos issue in Indonesia in 2012, until now actually. And but of course, like in the university, you taught and student, like as in Indonesia, they have the association, asbestos industry, and then the association that hire the consultant, the expert, and then who's the expert? That the professor in the university, of course, they used it. We fight with that, and then they publish that asbestos is safe, and then they do some research, and then that asbestos is not have impact to the humanity, to the human, on the public, and blah blah blah. So they do with their money how to make their business safe, and it's okay, that's their habit and then their attitude. We already know, and then so the most concern is now how about us? We will look at their activity, or we will do something, and then so this year we just cooperate with the university, OSH University actually in Jakarta, and then make some program about the asbestos. And this year, 2022. In the past, we try to do some cooperate with another, but because asbestos pro lobby also do the same thing, they're organizing the university, they're organizing the expert, and then so. But I believe that has some good people, and then now our work is organizing the good people, the good journalists, the good medical. So I think we still can find that. And about your question, how about it? Yeah, if we, our work is, because maybe Surya Ferdian will add something, but I concern is how we on this campaign, on asbestos campaign, how we organizing good people and how the approach with the humanity value, with the humanity health issue, it will, make the journalists join with us, student join with us, medical expert join with us. So that our campaigns actually. And then right now we have a relation with the university, with the expert, even limited. But we have to keep maintained and make more bigger. Yeah, maybe the media, Surya Ferdian is, that's the. You want to add, Surya?
Yeah, sorry. Thank you, Darisman, and thank you, Renata. Yeah. Just want to add something. And also, this is the a message that maybe we can share also to our friends in Mexico. So, in I'm joining this movement. I'm joining this ban asbestos since 2015, maybe. Since 2015 with Darisman, and what I'm thinking about is how we can because this movement is left behind the path of the business, so we need to make our we need to make our steps in the path of the business. So if business having their close connectivity with the university, so we need also make the same point. We need to make the same connectivity with the university, and also in the when they talk about the power, the business talk about the power and the money, we talk about the humanity. That's the message from Darisman. We talk about the humanity. We believe that many people who are good people, who are also not only thinking about themselves, but that they thinking about the society. So we believe in that, and we make our move in the same path with the business. So when business have media, we also with the humanity message, we ask our friends in the journalists, we talk with them. We have these victims. These victims have no compensation. They are suffering now, and and so on. So the message is humanity. So we fight the business message, the money and power with the humanity. So this is our challenges. Since the humanity is live in our heart, so we still believe and we encourage ourselves that this movement will become powerful. Maybe like that. Then when we organize the journalists, but something special with the journalists. So in Indonesia, as the third world countries, if the international media coverage the issue, then the local will also cover this issue. But from maybe into after 2017 and 2018, now some of the journalists can also make their self reports, not depend on the international or other countries' reports. Like when the issue like Johnson and Johnson is closed down, they make the business, and the point of view is changes from before before we discuss this asbestos related disease in the university, like Daisman said. In this year we have MOU with Binawa University, and we have several plans to make this university become our backbone our academic backbone of this movement. But Binawan University is not the first university we are touched with the humanity message. We also touch several lecturers. So we talk with them about this victims suffer from the asbestos related disease, and they even with the same in the same university with the university who are appointed by the FICMA, Fiber Cement Industries Association in Indonesia. Even though this lecturer is come from the same university, they are touched with the humanity and they join with us and discuss and give us more knowledge regarding this asbestos, how asbestos can come to the lungs, and how this how can this become illness for the person who are breathe with the asbestos. So yeah, that's the what I'm maybe some of the adding notes from Darisman's presentation. Thank you, Renata.
Muchas gracias, Surya.
Muchas gracias.
Muy interesante lo que dicen, porque sí, yo tenía esa pregunta, me preguntaba cómo había sido esa relación con los expertos, ¿no? ¿Fue tan directa o estos expertos también estaban trabajando para la industria del asbesto? Porque eso pasa en muchos países, ¿no? Entonces, lo que nos comentan es muy importante. Yo tengo una pregunta sobre la situación de los activistas en Indonesia. En América Latina, que es la región a la que pertenece México, pues desafortunadamente América Latina es la región del mundo con mayor cantidad de activistas asesinados. Cada año mueren muchos activistas medioambientales, sindicales, de todo tipo. Y es muy triste para nosotros. Y a veces eso puede ser un freno para algunas luchas. Hay gente que tiene que dejar de luchar porque sabe que si no, pueden asesinarlo a él o a su familia. Entonces, yo quisiera saber un poco cómo es el activismo en Indonesia, si es muy riesgoso oponerse al lobby del asbesto, por ejemplo, o no. ¿Cómo lo perciben ustedes?
Yeah, I mean, if on the environment issue, that will be related with the mining, and then mining mostly controlled by the businessmen and cooperate with the army, mostly in Indonesia. So yeah, if that about the mining, and similar in outside of Java Island, on the rural area, it's still many farmer environment activists. They have some. Of course, the good thing right now is about the media. Social media is powerful. Some activists get arrested, so some method it will have some solidarity and then be the public interest. That's the key. How the will be the public interest and the media. So that's on the mining issue. But I said the asbestos is not Indonesia is not has mining yet. So we fight with in the asbestos industry, the asbestos importing like Russia, and then so yeah they have. I want to tell, yeah, we fight with their group, and yeah, oh yeah, about the safety, human defender is, oh yeah, human defender protection. Uh, on asbestos issue, I didn't yet any experience. We have some intimidation physically, by the other group that we fight actually. So, but maybe some friend get some, what is it? Like the I don't know in English, like that surveillance, like hacking by the phone or something like that. So the digital security, I think, is it the one issue for the on the labor issue. I mean, I don't know, as up Indonesia had any period, that the military regime is powerful. That's before 1997, before the reformation era. So that has the military regime. But after that era, we have to civil democratic in here, and then so media can operate, have a free here, and then so still have the intimidation, the civil society movement, but I think the human defender also try to fight back and try to make coalition, uh, to what is it? Yeah, to make the issue public. That so, and then yeah, as long as on the asbestos issue, I didn't have any physically intimidation. But I heard and I saw my friend on the another issue, the entrapment issue, mostly on the mining. It has some intimidation, and then now the method is not intimidation by physically, but to criminalize. How to criminalize? They bring the activists to the jail uh, with the what is it, the issue, ya? Apa, pencemaran nama baik apa dat? With the defendant, defamation issue, or with the defamation issue. Yeah, so that's many of the activists that sued by the industry use the defamation issue. So many of the activists bring because of that issue. Yeah, that's sorry, I didn't have a lot of information.
Don't worry, thank you. Yo creo que en muchos países tenemos todavía muchos pues problemas, ¿no? Los activistas para que nos intimidan, que a veces las leyes o la policía, en lugar de protegerte, te consideran a ti el culpable o el que está ocasionando problemas. Entonces creo que es importante a veces conocer esas experiencias. Tenemos otra pregunta del público. En México, desde hace poco, se empezó a avanzar con un etiquetaje en los alimentos que se venden en los centros comerciales. Entonces, a nivel mundial, ¿ustedes creen que podríamos hacer lo mismo con los productos que tengan asbesto para prevenir el daño? Bueno, algunos países ya lo hacen, ¿no? Algunos países ya tienen esta etiqueta, pero pues creo que es un reto todavía en otras sociedades como México, por ejemplo, que contenga la información completa. Como decía Darisman, en Indonesia no la tiene y eso es un problema. ¿Cómo podríamos hacer para impulsar que esta información se coloque en etiquetas en los productos que contienen asbesto todavía?
Okay, I think Surya more expert on this one. Gua nggak nangkep sebenarnya, sorry.
Maybe I'll try to understand the question. What I'm taking from this question is to share our experience, maybe, and also knowledge regarding how to put this information label in the products. And like in the asbestos roof materials product, let's say, etc. Maybe in Indonesia it's almost the same. Maybe with you there in Mexico, in Indonesia also we have asbestos asbestos corrugated roof materials who are sold in many of the stores. It is come without the without the label. So this is what we are trying in this year. We are what we are trying to push our Ministry of Trades to put this, because we have the law, we have the law regarding the consumer protection, and in this law that it is stated clearly that consumers have the rights for clear information about their products who are they consume. So maybe in 2 or 3 months after this, we will submit our ask our demand to the Ministry of Trades to ask them to produce the regulation, or maybe like regulation to that encourage, not only encourage, but strengthening the factory to put the label clearly on the product. So maybe in a small simple in a simple picture, that like when we are seeing at the gun story in the gun store, so like that, maybe like dangers. So this product, when you are consuming this product, you need to be careful. So we are in making this regulation advice from our side with our experience for the National Ministry of Trades in Jakarta. So maybe like we are also having the same problem that many of the products here in Indonesia come without the labels of dangers. Maybe like that.
Yeah, so just want to add that, previously we don't know, about that also. But based on our, meeting, and then we found we have some meeting with because have the NGO about the consumer protection, and then we know that's knowledge, and then also and then we discuss about the asbestos, and then we see many asbestos product in the public, and then without any information, warning, or etc. So we cooperate with them, and then so we got some information, and then so I think it's good good opportunity for us to get attention. And then so we want to send some letter to the ministry, and then also we plan to complain to the court, to make strengthen this message about that public have to have a right to know and have right to protect. That we use that term actually. Yeah. Anyway.
Creo que es una estrategia muy inteligente basarse en la ley del consumidor para exigir que se cumpla este derecho, ¿no? A tener la información. Eso creo que es una estrategia muy interesante y basada en lo que ya tienen, ¿no? En la estructura jurídica con la que ya cuentan, para no esperar a construir otro nuevo recurso jurídico o una ley, es lo que hay y hay que partir de eso, ¿no? Yo tengo una pregunta sobre el activismo. En su experiencia, ¿qué funciona más? ¿El activismo de base, digamos, en las calles con protestas, marchas, haciendo trabajo de concientización con los trabajadores? ¿O también es necesario el activismo digital? En su experiencia, ¿qué papel ha jugado el activismo digital? El activismo desde las redes sociales, desde los mass media. Uno es más importante que el otro, tienen que ir los dos juntos. ¿O a qué público se dirige cada tipo de activismo? ¿O con qué finalidad? O sea, ¿qué objetivos persigue cada tipo de activismo? El activismo, digamos, de la calle, de base presencial, y el activismo digital, que durante los últimos años ha sido pues una herramienta muy poderosa para muchos movimientos en el mundo.
Yeah, I mean, I want to say like this one. So media is a tool, and so that we can use the direct media and like go to the street, and then we can use the media on social media, mass media or something like that. So that's tool to organize, to spread the information or spread our knowledge, and to get some feedback from the audience. Actually, that's the most important. Get some feedback from the audience. Because now many people join on the social media and then reach to many million people, and then borderless. So it will be many people when we spread the information there, and so many people will know. So, and then how the feedback. And yeah, that's we waiting for the feedback. The feedback is only for the we can say cognitive on their mind, on their attitude or their movement. So it's it's dependent, but if we want to campaign and just spread the information, just spread to propaganda or something like that, use your media. It's good. I mean, the people will know, But if you want to change their movement, because it's psychomotor, the feedback is that we want they join with us and fight together, in our circle. So I think the organizing directly is more powerful. That I want to make category like that. Of course, so as the campaign, so we use all tools like that, we use the TikTok, we use Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. We use that one. And then, we organizing another group also who use that one. But for, like I said before that, of course, that's good to spread the information, and then we're waiting for the feedback, of course. what the impact of it? Because the most important for us is how the community, not only know something, but change their mind, but also change their psychomotoric or behavior. And then, so after we split the information, of course, on the public social media, of course, we have to follow up also or parallel with the other work on the organizing directly. I want to highlight like this one. If you only want to change the policy, go to social media. But if you want to stronger your community, go to the field. Yeah, that's so. Yeah, it's depends. So of course, have some organization concern on how to change the policy. It's good, but my concern is how to strengthen the community. So we go to the field. But still, we use the media as the information. That's maybe the I don't know. It's answer your question or not, but that's on my mind. Thank you.
Sí, la contestaste muy bien. Gracias. Sí, es muy importante tener, yo creo, las dos formas de activismo, ¿no? Aprovechar todos los recursos posibles. Y bueno, una última pregunta que tengo es, ¿qué tan difícil o qué tan fácil ha sido construir una red en Asia? Una red con muchos países contra el asbesto. ¿Fue para ustedes fácil involucrarse con ABAN o fue difícil? ¿Qué retos ha tenido esa relación? Y qué beneficios también, ¿no? ¿En qué los ha beneficiado y qué aprendizajes tienen de esta relación?
Yeah, I want to share the natural law, natural law. Hukum alam ya, Bib ya, natural law ya. Natural law, I believe on it. The good people will meet with the good people. Like if you like hobbies, it's same in the other form. Like if your hobbies like bicycling, you will meet with them. Just make your activity constantly, only that you will meet with the people on the same line. Yeah, similar with us. If we constantly work on asbestos campaign, we will meet with the people who do the same thing in the other area, in the other country. Yeah, in everywhere, like us, So yeah, so how to make it? I don't know. It's difficult or not. So yeah, it's depend on our perspective. Like I said, is the challenging is will bring you to another level on you. That's so. Yeah, sorry.
Bueno, ahora las redes sociales, internet, facilita más estas relaciones, ¿no? De alguna manera. Porque quizás hace 20 años no habría sido tan fácil unirse a otros movimientos en el mundo. O sea, sí pasaba porque, por ejemplo, el movimiento feminista es impresionante. A principios del siglo XX ya se reunían feministas de toda Latinoamérica, en algunos países, y se iban a Europa a reunirse con otras feministas, y se iban a Estados Unidos a reunirse. Entonces, lo hacían en barco, viajaban en barco, les llevaba 2, 3 meses viajar, pero lo hacían. Entonces, ahora que tenemos estos recursos, debemos pues, facilitarlo, ¿no? Quizás fortalecer, ¿no? Estas redes. Pues bueno, si nuestra audiencia no tiene más preguntas, solamente resta agradecerles a Darisman, a Surya por su participación, por compartir de forma tan generosa esta experiencia que quizás para ustedes parece muy natural, pero para nosotros todavía estamos empezando, entonces sí necesitamos escuchar, saber, porque además, aunque ya tenemos algún conocimiento sobre el movimiento en Italia, lo que ha pasado en otros países de Latinoamérica en específico, al final de cuentas, nuestros contextos son muy diferentes y siempre va a haber cosas que no tenemos contempladas, cosas que no estamos esperando, cosas que tenemos que pensar yo creo que siempre es bueno aprender de otros y escucharlos y esto nos fortalece, nos da más como herramientas para saber por dónde caminar. Y en ese sentido, pues nuevamente muy agradecidos desde México por su colaboración, por participar, por ayudar a que este movimiento nazca, porque están naciendo. Entonces, esperemos vernos en otra ocasión, en otro momento. Y pues les deseamos mucha suerte y que todos estos pasos que están dando se fortalezcan cada día y cada día logren cosas más contundentes, sobre todo a nivel jurídico, a nivel legal, y que esto sea para todo el mundo, ¿verdad? Que podamos impactar en el mundo entero. Muchas gracias.
Thank you so much. I'm glad can share our experience here, and then I hope, like I said, that we will meet with the same people who have the same interests. And I think it's not happen suddenly. You know.
You have to build it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good people meet good people. I love that.
Thank you
What
so
you
much.
said.
And
I love
hope,
it. I will keep it in my heart.
and I hope it's not the first time or the last time for us. It's only the first time, and then I think. Sorry, I want to say we do the Asbestos campaign in Indonesia also with the limited knowledge resource, and then we just do the first step, and then the knowledge, and then the network, and then next step the rest. So it will come when you move.
Yeah. Yeah.
I believe on that, on my experience, because that's my experience, and not only me. I think my friend also like that. So
yeah, sure.
Please, I hope your movement, your initiative, it will more bigger and bigger, and this movement not only in your country, but also in
the world.
global. And so in the past, I always feel that I'm alone in Indonesia. I do the same, but no, it's just because I feel alone because I didn't go out,
Yeah.
Only that. So when you go out and then you tell that you are concerned on asbestos, blah blah blah, and many people, many friends come to you, and then also that I think, only that I want to say. I'm glad, and then I hope we can cooperate and can sharing each other, and it's not only on Indonesia or Mexico, but it globally on asbestos campaign.
Yeah.
It's not asbestos, it's about the humanity, I think.
Yeah, of course.
It's about universal value, I think.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Have a nice day in Indonesia. We're about to go to bed in Mexico. It's time for dinner, but it was a pleasure to be with you, to have this conversation, because in fact it was like a conversation that's wonderful, because we have this close relationship, and we have this confidence to speak about things that maybe in another occasion would have been hard to do. So thank you very much again, and
solidarity forever. Forever.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Good night. Nice day.
Good day.
Buenas noches a todos. Muchas gracias por acompañarnos. Hasta la próxima conferencia.